The Young and the Restless spoilers for next week explode with chaos when Billy Abbott's temper finally reaches its boiling point, and Sally Spectra finds herself cornered by the very man she tried to outsmart. The moment is raw, emotional, and terrifying, the kind of dramatic outburst that shakes Genoa City to its core. It all begins when Billy discovers the full extent of Sally's betrayal. For weeks, he's been suspicious, sensing that Sally's recent meetings and her sudden bursts of independence weren't as innocent as she claimed. But when he learns that she secretly made a deal behind his back, one that could destroy Abbott Communications and jeopardize his plans, the truth hits him like a sledgehammer. Sally thought she could balance love and ambition, that she could outmaneuver both Jill and Billy without either of them catching on. But Billy isn't a man who tolerates betrayal, especially from someone he trusted with both his heart and his business. When Billy storms into Sally's office, his eyes are filled with rage and disbelief. His voice, trembling but fierce, echoes through the room as he confronts her. "You will pay for betraying me," he screams, the words cutting through the air like thunder. Sally, caught off guard, freezes. For a moment, the confident, fiery woman who has always known how to talk her way out of trouble is gone, replaced by panic. Her hands shake slightly as she tries to calm him down, insisting that it wasn't what he thought, that she was only trying to protect what they built together. But Billy doesn't buy it. He slams his hand on the desk, sending papers flying. The fury in his voice isn't just about the betrayal, it's about the heartbreak underneath it. He truly loved Sally. He believed she was different, that she wasn't like all the other people who had used him for gain. "I gave you everything," he tells her, his voice breaking. "I trusted you when no one else did. And this is what you do." Sally tries to explain that Jill Abbott approached her first, that she had no choice but to play along. She tells him that Jill promised her investment money for Abbott Communications. Money that could save them both from Victor Newman's latest power grab. But Billy, still raw from years of manipulation and disappointment, can't see reason. To him, Sally's actions look like the ultimate betrayal, another woman he opened his heart to only to be deceived. As the confrontation escalates, Sally's panic turns into tears. She pleads with Billy to listen, to see that she never meant to hurt him. She reminds him of how much they've been through together, how she stood by him when the rest of Genoa City doubted him, how she believed in his vision when even his family questioned it. But Billy's anger isn't ready to fade. "You think that makes it okay?" he shouts. "You went behind my back. You made deals with people who would love nothing more than to see me fail. You've become one of them, Sally." The tension reaches its peak when Billy threatens to pull her out of Abbott Communications altogether. He tells her she's finished, that he'll make sure she never works in Genoa City again. Sally, realizing that the man she loves is slipping away, breaks down completely. She begs him to stop, to understand that she thought she was saving them, not destroying them. But Billy's pain is too deep to heal in that moment. He storms out, slamming the door, leaving Sally alone, shaken, devastated, and unsure of what to do next. Once Billy leaves, Sally's composure crumbles. She sinks into her chair, tears streaming down her face. Everything she worked for, her career, her reputation, and her relationship, now feels like it's slipping through her fingers. She knows that if Jill finds out about Billy's reaction, she could use it to her advantage. And if Victor Newman catches wind of this fallout, he'll use it as ammunition to destroy Abbott Communications completely. Meanwhile, back at Chancellor Winters, Jill Abbott gets wind of the chaos and smirks knowingly. She knew Billy's temper would explode eventually. To her, Sally was always a risky partner. Too emotional, too unpredictable, and too tied to Billy's self-destructive impulses. Jill tells Devon and Lily that this is exactly why she wanted to keep Sally out of the picture. Devon, though, warns Jill that pushing too hard might push Billy over the edge completely. He's seen that look in Billy's eyes before, the mix of rage and heartbreak that usually ends in reckless decisions. Elsewhere, Jack Abbott hears about his brother's blow-up and steps in to try to calm things down. He knows Billy's anger masks his pain, and he also knows that Sally's desperation comes from a need to prove herself. When Jack confronts Sally later, his tone is much softer than Billy's. He tells her that while he doesn't condone what she did, he understands why she felt trapped. Jack urges her to make amends, not just with Billy but with herself. "If you love him," Jack says, "then fight for him. But if you're doing this for power or money, then let him go. Because you'll destroy him, and yourself, if you don't." By the end of the week, Sally must make a choice. Will she tell Jill the truth about Billy's reaction and risk escalating the war? Or will she try to repair things with Billy before their relationship is beyond saving?